Guess the Pokemon in 60 seconds. Hint number 1. This Pokemon doesn't have an evolutionary line. Most Pokemon are part of an evolution line where one Pokemon can evolve into another, but Pokemon like Tauros, Unknown, and this Pokemon are standalone Pokemon with no evolution line. Hint number 2. This Pokemon was one of the first Pokemon to be shiny locked. Most Pokemon when encountered have a chance of being a shiny Pokemon. However, this Pokemon was one of the first Pokemon that couldn't be shiny in its initial encounter. Hint number 3. This Pokemon has 2 signature moves, one being named Blue Flare. Signature moves are usually moves that can only be learned by one Pokemon or Pokemon group. And Blue Flare is a fire move that is the signature move of this Pokemon. And number 4. This Pokemon is weak to ground, rock, and dragon type moves. A Pokemon's typing determines what types are effective or ineffective against it. This Pokemon is specifically weak to ground, rock, and dragon type moves. Final hint. This Pokemon had its own movie which had 2 different versions. There have been a lot of different Pokemon movies throughout the years, but this is the first one to have 2 different versions, one of them being about this Pokemon. The Pokemon was a Reshiram.